Alrighty. So I'm gonna have my screen presented over on Google Classroom. I don't know if it has posted yet. Yeah, I posted. It's called Moon Phases Questions. Okay, so this is one Google slide. So let's go ahead and get it opened up. We will work on it. I mean, I'll kind of guide you guys through it, but you're basically doing it on your own, yes. So let's get it opened up. This should be a pretty quick thing to do. So we'll get zoomed in on it. 100 is pretty good. Okay, I'll give you about a minute to get that opened up, please. Yeah, moon phases questions. So let's go ahead and get that opened up.
I don't know. Has anyone else completed the levels, all 65 levels? It's probably them. I can do it myself on my screen.
Okay. It looks like a lot of you guys are there, so we're going to go ahead and get going on this. Like I said, it's really not going to take long. We'll read it together, and then I'll just kind of guide you guys through the questions, but you're doing it on your own, basically. So this is one of the last things that we are doing with this. So, yeah, here we go. So we're going to talk about the phases of the moon still. It says, what are the phases of the moon? Have you ever noticed that the shape of the moon changes? Some nights the moon is a full circle, while other nights it is a smaller sliver. Astronomers have figured out that we have 8 main phases of the moon, meaning that we have 8 different shapes of the moon that we can see on a clear night. We've talked about those 8 different phases, right? Waxing and waning, crescent, gibbous, half moon, full moon, new moon. This is a chart here of the phases as well and what they look like, so you can look at those if needed as you answer the questions. Same with on the right. More information about what it looks like when the sun is on the right. Okay? And it says, why does the moon change shape? The moon is shaped like a sphere, or like a ball, a circle, and it orbits around the Earth. The moon takes about 4 weeks to finish one orbit. It will go through all of the 8 phases in the 4 weeks. This is called the lunar cycle. We see a different shape because the sun lights up different parts of the moon as it orbits around the Earth. A new moon can't be seen while a full moon is completely visible on Earth. The sun always lights up half of the moon, but what we see depends on where the moon is in its orbit around the Earth. So we can't see it all the time, which is where the new moon comes in. And then as the moon goes around the Earth, the sunlight hits it in different ways to create the different phases of the moon. Okay, I literally just answered this question that I just said out loud. So why do we have different phases of the moon is your first question that you're answering. On your own. Complete sentence, please. Complete sentence. Why do we have phases of the moon? Go ahead and answer that.
Is it asking for, do we know why it is, or is it saying?
No, we know why we have phases of the moon, so why do we see phases of the moon?
I know why.
The answer, I will give you the hint, is in that second paragraph. Why does the moon change shape? It's in that paragraph there. Thank you. Is this from Miss Ju?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so complete sentence on number 1. It looks like you guys are getting it done. This is an assignment that will be super easy to just get turned in when we're done if you're working on it as we go. I'm giving you the time right now to work on it. You won't have to do it later if you just answer the questions as we go right now. Okay. Why do we have different phases of the moon? About one more minute. Looks like you guys are finishing up this first question. Hmm?
Why does sometimes the moon shows the light?
I don't actually know the answer to that one. Yeah, we'll have to look that up later. That's a good question. He asked, how come we can sometimes see the moon during the day? But I don't know the answer. A blood moon. See, I don't know when a blood moon happens either. Specific. So that's also something that you can look up. All right. It looks like a couple of you guys are looking those things up. So, what did you look up? Okay, well, we can answer those questions at the end. Let's finish this up. In a minute. Number 2 says, what is the lunar cycle? And if we see a full moon today, how many days will it be until we see the next full moon? So let's do complete sentences here. We only need 2 sentences probably.
I just said one.
That's fine. What is the lunar cycle and how many days is it basically? How many days is the lunar cycle? It does say it in the paragraphs.
On the true or false, are we doing that on our own? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we go over it with us?
I'll read through them.
This is pretty cool.
Because it's kind of a weird true or false.
We'll look at it.
Go to my screen and look at it. Well, that's kind of fast. I know, that's why I said I'm I know, right? That's kind of fast.
It looks cool, but what is it? You gotta scroll down to the words.
Patches in the middle.
Okay, there we go.
That's an apocalyptic term. That's a what?
Apocalyptic.
Okay, I'm gonna just. I look at the shirt.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so black. Is that a smoke?
No.
What is it? That's why I was telling my dad after
Yeah. So, Elijah, you asked what about a blood moon? Skylar looked it up, and a blood moon is when there are 4 lunar eclipses in a row. I don't really know how that happens, but it doesn't happen very often at all.
I don't have.
Okay.
So when there's other moons from different planets coming and they just cross.
Oh, moons from other planets cross. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay. That's what a blood moon is.
Oh, here's the first one.
That's okay. Hmm.
Go to my thing real quick.
It should
Do
be.
the true or false display.
Looks cool.
Now we know the answers.
Okay. Hopefully you guys have a complete sentence for number 2. What is a lunar cycle and how many days is it? or weeks. It might tell you weeks, but you can also take weeks and change it to days. We know how many days there are in a week. Okay? And then there is some true false at the bottom. These circles will move to wherever you need to put them, and it like duplicates the circles, so that's nice. You don't need to copy and paste. You just click and drag.
How does it look like?
So let's do number 1 together. There are 9 phases of the moon. True or false?
Oh,
That is false. How many are there really?
hey.
There are 8 really. So basically you just take the circle, move it to the correct true or false place. So number 2, the lunar cycle is 28 days long. You don't need to answer me. Put it on your Google slide. Is it true or false? Okay, so move that one on your screen.
We already all said it out loud.
Yeah.
What was
Okay.
something circle 28 days long?
The lunar cycle.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's called a lunar cycle.
Okay. Number 3 is the Earth orbits around the moon. Is that true or false?
That's false.
I'm not. Don't say it out loud. Put your answer down.
Sorry,
Thank you.
I have to think about it.
So move the circle to whether that is a true or false statement.
Oh, okay, I know.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler, you doing this with us, please?
What are we gonna learn about this weekend?
We're actually pretty much done. Not much more.
Well, I don't know what it is, right?
Yeah, we'll go to social studies next week.
Yeah, you're right.
Number 4 says the sun always lights up half of the moon. Does the sun always light up half the moon? Well, true or false? Write that down.
Yeah.
Circle the one that is correct. True or false?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Okay. And our last one, number 5. True or false? Don't say it out loud. Just circle the correct one. We cannot see a new moon. So go back up, read what a new moon is, and can we see it?
Can I go for my water bottle?
Yeah.
Water bottle. Can you fill up with this water bottle?
So there were 7 questions total. 1 and 2 up here at the top, you needed to write in complete sentences. And then at the bottom, the true or false, you're circling true or false 5 times. Nice and easy, nice and quick.
My back hurts.
Okay.
Did you just push my Emmett and you lit up
Yes.
at the same time?
Our
I know who he is.
boys, stop talking over me, please. Are there any questions about what needs to get done on that assignment today?
No. This is pretty easy.
Yeah, it was a nice and quick assignment. So once you get it done, turn it in. And those of you that are online, you're free to go. And we will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. where we'll start a new unit for